Looking at our headlines today, we see that for the first time in 5 years, USDA is forecasting national net farm income to fall nearly 23% here in 2023, coming down from a record high in 2022.
Net farm income is forecast to decline in 2023. Specifically, net cash farm income is forecast to fall to about $149 billion. That's about a 27% drop from 2022. And net farm income is forecast to decrease about 23% or $42 billion to $141.3 billion in 2023.
Some of those factors include less farm program payments from USDA, but a major factor is input costs continuing to be a driving force in that lower forecast, which is no surprise to producers who have been cutting those checks to pay for those costs. Farm production expenses will reach $458 billion this year, up nearly 7%. For livestock producers, feed expenses are forecast at $86.4 billion and are the single largest expense category, up 3.2% from last year. A part of that, hay receipts are expected to increase about $700 million or 7.4%. Other livestock and poultry expenses beyond feed are forecast to increase 22% to $42.7 billion, driven heavily by higher prices for cattle and calves. As for fertilizer expenses, they're expected to be just over $36 billion, down slightly from last year's record of $36.8 billion. Fuel and oil expenses are expected to drop a bit by 13.1% to $16.1 billion, with lower diesel, gasoline, and natural gas prices. We'll have more coming up next.
Why beef? Because it sustains my family's sixth generation family ranch, America, and a good chunk of the world.
Returning back to our farm and ranch news, the agricultural futures markets had the Labor Day holiday off, but leading up to the long holiday weekend, the wheat market saw one of their lowest weekly closes in several years. December KC wheat tried to trade higher this past Friday, but ended down 4.5 cents at $7.22. There has been nothing for bulls to cheer about for over a month, as the contract finished down 41 cents on the week. That's the lowest weekly close for Kansas City in nearly 2 years. Likewise, December Chicago wheat was down 26 cents on the week to $5.95, its lowest weekly close in over 2.5 years. December Minneapolis wheat fell 42 cents on the week to $7.59, its lowest weekly close in over 2 years as well. It remains odd to see prices this cheap at this time of the year when USDA is estimating the second lowest ending stocks-to-use ratio for U.S. wheat in 10 years. For hard red spring wheat, the ending stocks-to-use ratio was the lowest in 10 years. And the most discouraging part of wheat is how Russia has aggressively expanded production the past 8 years. It is on track for what could be its second largest crop on record, just slightly lower than last year's harvest. That's today's Farm and Ranch News.